Hey everyone, welcome back to another tutorial and thank you so much for clicking. Today we are going to make this beautiful ruffled skirt, a pattern that most of you have been requesting. I hope you're going to enjoy this tutorial to the end. Please remember to give it a like, share and leave a sweet comment in the comment section. So these are the materials that we need. Yarn, of course. I'm using Robin. It's 100% acrylic, a Kenyan brand. So I'll need about 300 grams of this. Since it's thin, I'm doubling the strands to get the thickness that I want. So if you have NDK weight yarn, please go ahead and use that. I'm using a 4.0 millimeter crochet hook. I'll need a darning needle to weave in the ends, a measuring tape to take measurements, scissors, and I'll need this elastic thread to snatch my waist. Okay, so this is optional. If you don't have an elastic thread, you can make a drawstring and pass it through the rows all round. Okay, and this pattern is measurement based. That means it's easier to adjust and make different sizes. So I'm working with these measurements. All you need is the waist, hips, circumference and full length of the skirt that you're making. So I'm making a skirt whose waist circumference is 30 inches, hips 40 inches and the full length is 15 before you subtract the waistband. So that 15 includes the waistband, which is 2 inches. So in brackets I've put subtract 5 inches for the stretching allowance on your waistband, which is 30 inches. So when you subtract 5 you get 25. So that is the measurement we are going to work with. And for the hips is 40 inches. So when you subtract 5 inches you're going to get 35. And for the skirt length, when you subtract 2 inches of your waistband you'll remain with 13. So some calculations below are going to help us make our work easier. All right, so for the waistband, 4 rows of single crochet back loop give 1 inch. So since I have subtracted 5 inches from the waist circumference, I'll work with 25 inches. So how many rows are going to give me 25 inches? So you cross multiply and get that our waistband is going to have 100 rows. Then once you're done with the waistband, you start working on the skirt. So to get the hips, to get the number of stitches that will give you the hips measurement, which is 35 after subtracting 5 inches, 4 half double crochets make 1 inch. So 35 inches will need how many stitches in total for our hips circumference? So we take 35 multiply by 4 and you get that we will need a total of 140 stitches. And then for the length, 3 rounds of half double crochets make 1 inch. So once you subtract 2 inches of your waistband from 15 inches, you get that we are working 13 inches for the skirt part after the waistband. So 3 rounds of half double crochets make 1 inch. So 13 inches will need a total of 39 rounds. So once you have all this information, it's going to be easier for you to make this skirt. Okay, so let's get into the video. Make a slip knot and chain 11. So the waistband is 2 inches. I'm going to chain 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and skip this first chain. Into the second chain, make a single crochet. In each and every chain, single crochet all the way to the end. And at the end of this row, we should have a total of 10 single crochets. Okay, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right, so to begin the next row, chain 1 and turn. So in row 2, we are going to make single crochets in the back loop. So you can see that we have 2 loops on top. So we have this front loop and we have the back loop. So we insert our hook in the back loop and make a single crochet. And single crochet in each and every stitch back loop all the way to the end of this row. When you get to the last single crochet, insert your hook in both loops to make the last single crochet. So this helps keep your ends straight. Okay, so chain 1, turn your work. In row 3 and the subsequent rows, we are going to repeat row 2. So make single crochets in the back loop. Single crochet back loop in each and every stitch to the end, and keep repeating this pattern until you get then the waist circumference that you are working with. So we are making 100 rows for this skirt to give us 25 inches. So I'm going to work a few rows and come back show you how to join and move into the next step. Okay, so once you have enough rows to give you the waist circumference that you're working with, join the two sides together using a slip stitch so that you can start working on the skirt down. So chain 1 and insert your hook in the back loop and both loops on the other side. Grab yarn, pull through to make a slip stitch, back loop, both loops on the other side, grab yarn, pull through to make a slip stitch, and repeat this all the way to the end. And in the last stitch, we're going to insert our hook in both loops on this side and both loops on the other side. Grab yarn, pull through. Then this is the wrong side, so flip your waistband into the right side and chain 1 to start working on the skirt down. And now we are going to switch into half double crochets, and we will make 1 half double crochet in each and every row. So if your waistband has 100 rows like mine, you should have 100 half double crochets in your first round. So make 1 half double crochet in the next half double crochet, in the next row a half double crochet, and repeat making half double crochet in each row to the end. Okay, so we are at the end of round 1, but we are not going to make a slip stitch to complete this round. So instead we are going to make continuous rounds. So I'll yarn over, and in the very first half double crochet we are going to make the first half double crochet for round 2, and in this case we will introduce stitch markers to help us identify the first stitch. Okay, so in round 2 we are making increases, so you can see that for us to achieve the hips measurement we will need a total of 104 stitches. So that means we need to add 4 stitches into the 100 stitches that we have in round 1, but we are not going to add them in one round. So I'll distribute the 4 stitches in different rounds. So in round 2 I'm going to make increases in every 10th stitch. Okay, so this is the first stitch, then second, third, fourth stitch, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth, and in the 10th stitch we are going to make an increase. So make 2 half double crochets in the same stitch. So let's confirm 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so in the next 9 stitches we are going to make 1 half double crochet, then in the 10th stitch we will make an increase. So that means in every increase round we are adding 10 stitches, so that we can get to 140. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're making increases in stitch number 10, and repeat this all the way to the end of this round 2. We've come to the end of round 2, and in round 2 we should have a total of 110 stitches if you're making the same size that I'm making. So when you get to the last stitch in round 2, remove the stitch mark and make the first half double crochet in round 3, then put your stitch mark back and make 1 half double crochet in each and every stitch around. So in round 3 there is no increases that you are making. So keep making half double crochets and I will meet you at the end of round 3. So we begin round 4, and in round 4 we are going to make increases in the 11th stitch. So once you remove your stitch marker, make the first half double crochet, then take back the stitch marker, and we are going to make 1 half double crochet in the first 10 stitches, and then in the 11th make an increase. So those are 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then in the 11th make 2 half double crochet in the same stitch. Then the next 10, 1 half double crochet in each and make an increase in the 11th stitch. So repeat this all the way to the end of round 4. So in every increase round we are adding 10 stitches. We have come to the end of round 4, and now we start round 5. And in round 5 we are not making increases, so just half double crochet in each and every stitch across. So keep making half double crochets in each and every stitch in round 5 to the end. And then when you start round 6 you're going to make increases in the 12th stitch, and in round 7 there is no increase. In round 8 you're going to make increases in the 13th stitch. So you can see in round 1 we didn't have an increase, so round 2 increased in the 10th stitch. Round 3 no increases. In round 4 we increased in the 11th stitch. Round 5 no increases, and in round 6 you'll make increases in the 12th stitch, and round 7 no increases. Then in round 8 make increases in the 13th stitch. So I'll meet you at the end of round 8. Right, so when you complete round 8 you should have a total of 140 stitches. And now from round 9 all the way to round 39 you're not going to make any increases. Okay, so we need a total of 39 rounds to give us 13 inches of our skirt. Okay, so from round 9 all the way to round 39 make 1 half double crochet in each and every stitch, and I'll meet you at the end of round 39 to show you the next step. At the end of round 39, and now to complete this round you're going to slip stitch in the first half double crochet, and at this point now we introduce the ruffles. So we're going to make ruffles. Once you slip stitch, chain 3. These 3 chains will count as the first double crochet. So in this same stitch make a double crochet. In the next half double crochet, make 2 double crochets. So in round 40 we are going to make 2 double crochets in each and every stitch across. Okay, so we complete the first round of ruffles by joining in the third chain. 1, 2, 3. Make a slip stitch, then chain 3 to start the second round. So this is round 40, then round 41, but it's the second round making ruffles. So these 3 chains count as a stitch, and we're going to make a double crochet on top of that very first stitch. Then into the next, make 2 double crochets. Into the next, 2 double crochets, and we're going to make 2 double crochets in each and every stitch all the way to the end of this round. So in every round we are going to make increases, 2 double crochet in each and every stitch. So in round 3 repeat the same, round 4 the same, make 2 double crochets in each and every stitch, and when you get to the last stitch, make a slip stitch on top of the third chain. Okay, so at the end of round 4 making ruffles, so we complete this round with a slip stitch in the very first stitch on top of the third chain. So chain 1, fasten and cut your yarn, and then we are going to crochet the elastic thread around the waistband. And so we start by making a slip knot, then insert the hook in that loop, pull through, and we are going to make slip stitches on top of these single crochet ribs. Yeah, so insert your hook right there, grab the thread, pull through, and onto the next, pull through to make a slip stitch, onto the next, slip stitch, and we are going to repeat this all round, making slip stitches on top of each rib. So keep on making the slip stitches, and I'll see you at the end of this round. You can see how stretchy this is. Yeah, so we've come to the end, and we're going to complete this round with a slip stitch. Chain 1 and make a slip stitch down, going down, so 2 stitches, so that's the first slip stitch down, and then this is the second so that we start the next round. Then repeat the process just like you did in the first round. And make sure to skip 2 stitches down from your first round. And repeat this all the way to the end. Alright, so we complete the second round of slip stitches by inserting the hook on the very first slip stitch space and make a slip stitch. Then chain 1, fasten, then cut the thread. And we're going to make slip knots. So we're going to tie a knot to make sure that we have secured this thread nicely, and go ahead to hide all the tails. Alright, so we have completed making our beautiful ruffled skirt. I hope you enjoyed this video to this point. If you did, give it a thumbs up, share, and leave a sweet comment in the comment section. Let me know what you think about this tutorial. And if you're new here, click on the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell so that anytime we have a new upload, you'll get notified. Until next video, bye and happy crocheting!